It is a story which has evoked a range of emotions from shock to anger to disbelief. Empire actor Jussie Smollett has now been charged after allegedly staging that racist attack.
One which police now believe he carried out to further his career. Dalton Higgins, PR strategist and pop culture expert, joins us once again this morning to break down this bizarre story that seems to be changing by the minute. So good morning.
Hey,
we always love your take on things. And
yes.
What was your reaction to the most recent events?
Yeah, my brain was on fire, is on fire. I mean, Jussie Smollett, for one, he's an actor, you know, so the first thing I thought is, like many mega famous celebrities, you know, he's an actor, he spends a lot of time in a fictional world. Is he just slightly delusional? To be a bit more serious, I was also thinking that maybe there's some undiagnosed, untreated mental health issues happening here, because this was pretty extreme.
It sounds to a degree. I mean, not diagnosing, but it sounds like that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. This is a really sick, twisted, failed publicity stunt. I mean, the guy went on a publicity tour. And then I also thought that, you know, is he just a chronic liar? You know, because there's all this evidence coming out now which suggests that, you know, he got arrested some 10+ years ago for DUI. And he gave the police officers a fake name, you know, so there's a bit of a track record, a history of him just telling blatant lies. And
you saw the Chicago Police Department come out and say pretty much, we have overwhelming evidence that he paid $3,500 to the two men to pull this off, that it was completely staged, that he probably even made those letters sent to the station, you know, not the TV station not too long ago, to make it look like he was, I guess, being targeted at that point. There's this mounting evidence, and they came forward to say, yeah, we think we have enough to maybe put this guy away for up to 3 years. Do you think he will see time?
I think he will, just to send a message, you know, that, you know, when you're dealing with, I mean, here's the thing, it happened in Chicago, okay? Now, one disappointing part of this whole scheme, this publicity stunt, is we know that in Chicago, you know, gun violence, you know, they say last year there were, almost 3,000 victims of gun violence, and no one seems to care, you know? So, you know, for one, I think it's just, we have to just better prioritize, you know, what types of things, you know, I guess the media, maybe we're part of that, you know, obsessing and fixating on publicity, failed publicity stunts like this, and ignoring real issues, you know, real incidences of anti-black racism, homophobia, sexism. So, yeah, so it's just, yeah, it's very complicated.
Is there anything positive that can come out of this? Because I imagine the black community, the gay community, concerned about a backlash with this, because they won't be believed again. Is there anything positive? What can be taken away from this that maybe can be turned into something good?
Right. I mean, there are these discussions happening online and on social media, this idea around what we call, you know, victimhood chic, you know, this idea that it's now somehow cool or trendy to call out instances of racism, you know, sexism, homophobia. And, you know, I'm here to say, essentially, Roger, and it's not, there's nothing cool nor trendy, you know, about being on the, you know, on the receiving end of incidences of anti-black racism. And in fact, maybe this, in a twisted kind of way, is going to raise more attention to the fact that, you know, hate crimes are on the rise. It's getting a lot of people talking about hate crimes in general and wondering, where does this, things tied to nooses and lynchings. People are talking a lot more about hate crimes. We know that hate crimes are on the rise in the U.S. as they are here. You know, sometimes we here in Canada think we're, you know, far removed, but we're not. You know, they say like almost 50%. Hate crimes have gone up almost 50% in Canada, 2017. So these things are happening here as well. So maybe it's going to shine a brighter light on hate crimes in general.
And maybe have an honest discussion, bringing people more towards the middle as a discussion, because it feels like we've become so polarized that people are afraid to actually ask questions and be afraid of it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we need to talk about these hard issues, and it's just sad and unfortunate that it had to come vis-a-vis Jussie Smollett and this failed, sick, twisted publicity stunt.
As always, thank you so much for your insights. City News will continue this conversation and update you, of course, in the evening as well. Thank you.
Let's head upstairs now to Tammy. Tim.